The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Steven Nelson. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jones. And Ingram holds it in. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
On the return, Boston Scott. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Being chased out left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Joe Judge, I have to say it, going to present his case to the officials. He's thrown out the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Hurts.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a yard, Hurts. Here's Higgins out of the right side. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Sanders again. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I open.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Giants 7.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Saquon Barkley.
Eric Wilson able to make the tackle. 2nd down and 7.
At the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley, a nice little juke. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Hunter Nice-Swanner on to punt now on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down to the 11.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the
the final stages of this first half.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They go play action with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Booker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 19-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On the handoff, this is Booker. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go to Barkley again. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
They'll run with Barkley.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, 78 yards.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This is Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 13-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here's Scott to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Into the hands of Sanders.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Sanders has the 1st down and much more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Hurts throw complete to Rager.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire?